And guys, it has been announced by Charania and Adrian Wojnarowski, but Charania, as he always does, puts the cherry on top and says the finalist for the Los Angeles Lakers head coaching job is Darvin Ham, Milwaukee Bucks assistant, Terry Stotts, former Trailblazers head coach, and Kenny Atkinson, Warriors assistant. As of me, I think it should either go to Kenny Atkinson or Darvin Ham. Not a huge Terry Stotts fan, but I want to hear your thoughts down below. If you were the Los Angeles Lakers, who would you hire as your head coach? And let's get right in today's, video, and let's talk about it. For me, look, Darvin Ham, he is 48 years old. He has 11 years of NBA experience. Darvin Ham has been the runner-up for several head coaching jobs over the last few years, and the sense around the league was that it's just a matter of time until he's a head coach. He checks a lot of the boxes that the Lakers are looking for. He has ties to the franchise. He was an assistant coach there from 2011 to 2013. He's a former NBA player with championship experience as a player with the 2004 Detroit Pistons and as an assistant coach with the 2021 Milwaukee Bucks. He's personable, connects very well with players, and he's a respected tacticianist who's descendant of the vaunted Popovich and Budenholzer coaching tree. Darvin Ham would command respect in the locker room as a tough blue-collar veteran who would help develop Giannis Antetokounmpo and who has worked with, Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, Paul Gasol, Steve Nash, Al Horford. He is an imposing presence. Players unanimously love him, and among first-year candidates, he's arguably the best. Okay? Now, Terry Stotts, free agent, 64 years old, 27 years as a NBA experience, 13 as a head coach, a career record of 517 to 486 losses. That's a 51.5% win percentage. He's 23 and 44 in the playoff, which is a 34.3%. Among retreads, Terry Stotts is considered one of the more appealing options as former head coaches. Under Stotts, the Trailblazers made the Western Conference Finals, won 50-plus games 3 times, made the postseason in 8 of the 9 seasons, and finished with a top 10 offense 6 times and a top 5 offense 4 times. The Blazers ultimately hit their ceiling, in a large part due to health and their limitations of the roster construction, and decided to move in a different direction. But Stotts has the offensive expertise that could help spice up some of the Lakers' bland actions. Stotts has experience with both pick-and-roll heavy actions, something that the Lakers need more of, and more intricate sets that require precision. The Lakers would need to surround Stotts with the proper defensive support, as the Blazers were continuously and constantly a bottom 15 defensive team under Terry Stotts, who prefers a conservative defensive approach. He's basically the offensive version of Vogel, as he had success prioritizing one side of the ball and is relatively set in his ways. And Kenny Atkinson, Golden State Warriors assistant coach, age 54, 13 years as an NBA experience, 4 as a head coach. He has a 38% win experience coaching record of 118 wins to 190 losses and went 1-4 in the playoffs. Atkinson is a player development guru, which at first may clash with the Lakers' evident win now mentality, but the Lakers roster features several young players that need to take that developmental step to help reach the potential of this team, and Atkins' expertise could be a significant resource. He helped shape the Nets culture before they became a super team. He's been one of the most sought-after coaching candidates on the market these past couple off seasons. He's unafraid of making difficult rotation decisions and pushing back against stars' preference, something that can be viewed as both positive and negative depending on the perspective. And Atkins famously clashed with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving because he didn't want to start DeAndre Jordan over Jared Allen, something the Lakers fans can sympathize with. Allen has developed into an all-star. Jordan is barely holding a spot in the league. And stops with Ty Lue in LA and Steve Kerr in Golden State over the past 2 seasons has only made Atkinson more of an attractive candidate. Both organizations value his contrarian takes and out-of-the-box creativity. Atkinson hasn't had the success of Snyder or Stotts as a coach, but he's definitely more adaptive. So I want to hear your thoughts on who you hire as a coach. I think it should be Darvin Ham, then Kenny Atkinson, then Terry Stotts.